First one in. Not yet. You and Kim are now in. That's what we're looking for. What's going on? You're muted.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Just wonderful.
I see you've got your illustrious Miss Webb back from what looked to be a beautiful vacation.
Must be nice, huh?
I see that you're a grandfather. Congratulations.
I am. Thanks.
What's his name?
Hudson?
Hudson.
Like
Nice.
like the river? Like that nasty river up there? There's a mute button.
I'm muted.
Not you, but it's on your. Turn your sound down.
Oh, there you are.
Figure it out.
Yep, I think so.
There's some more. How many people are we expecting?
Just one more, Mr. Cottle.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
We're good to go? All right. Can you hear us?
Hello, I can hear everyone.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you all ready to do this?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a prove up on a, I assume it's a default judgment where you had to serve somebody by publication. Is that right?
It's questionable whether or not it counts as a default, but it is a prove up on a publication case. Yes, Your Honor.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess probably you can offer whatever. Probably I'll start with who you are and who you represent, and then we'll let you offer whatever you wish to offer.
All right, very good. Your Honor, I represent Frost Bank. My name is Josh Cottle. I see Miss Munson's in here, and I believe she's the appointed attorney ad litem in this case by
Correct.
order of your court. I'm presenting basically a final judgment in the matter against the defendant In Kyung Jung Shin in cause number 003-01642-2019 in County Court at Law number 3 of Collin County. The basics of this case are contained in a final judgment, which I have filed this morning, and I've emailed to Ms. Quint. And they reflect that there was a credit agreement and disclosure, basically a line of credit, which Mr. Shin executed in, let me see here, where's that principal? In June 20th, 2017, with an original credit limit of $25,000 and agreed to pay interest at the rates described in that credit agreement and disclosure, which provided for a 2% margin over a variable rate, which was based on the Wall Street Journal's index rate. And at the time of his last payment, the index rate was, as I calculated it, 5.25%. Excuse me. Hey, what are you doing?
Right.
Right.
No.
Excuse me.
Baby on board.
Yeah, she's not liking that. But where was I? He had last paid by our calculations on October 20th, 2018. And at that point in time, the Wall Street Journal rate reflected a prime rate of 5.25%. With the margin rate, it was a per annum additional 2%. So he's been earning interest at 7.25 since that date. The principal at that time was a payment reduction to $19,817.14. So it's been a principal of $19,817.14 since that time. And we're just seeking that principal plus 7.25% interest per annum on that amount until it gets paid, as well as attorney's fees. And we're looking to enter an order awarding Ms. Munson her fee, which I believe was $1,500 per the report, have that added essentially either as a cost to court or as a fee to be recovered by Frost Bank. It's kind of, I don't know really how the judge likes to assign that.
I think usually it's put on as a cost of court, as a court cost. And when y'all collect, if you ever collect, then you'll be reimbursed for it.
Very good. My proposed order on file basically contains what I believe is required by Rule 244, the statement of the evidence, where it recites the facts of the petition, finding essentially that all those matters are pleaded as they were pleaded, that the contract was the credit agreement disclosure, original credit limit, date of execution, that there was a default, that there was a notification of default, acceleration of that maturity of the debt, that the exhibits attached to the pleadings represent the document in question and the history of debits and credits to the account, and recite a particular balance as of a date certain. Here, subparagraph 10 of the order that I submitted recites that the balance is such and such based on the pleadings. April 16th, 2019 was the total at that time of $20,647.96. That Frost Bank is the owner and holder of this instrument, that the conditions precedent have occurred or were waived, and that the contract supports the recovery of attorney's fees. Really, I think at this point, the only matter I need to particularly testify to would be the reasonableness of Frost Bank's attorney's fees, and we're seeking recovery of $7,859.66. And that amount's inclusive of the anticipated payment of $1,500, but I can reduce that by $1,500 because you said you want that to be a part of the cost of court. So the form I submitted has $75.89.
I think we can do it either way. I mean, it shows in one paragraph that it's a fee that's collectible by the bank, and if the $1,500 is included in your attorney's fees, we can call it that, and it ends up being
I'm on a hearing.
it ends up being the same number either way. So
That works for me.
rather than making you resubmit another order. Okay.
That works for me, Your Honor. I have my billing statements in front of me. If you want me to kind of do a line by line, I can start that process, or I could submit an affidavit supplementary to this hearing on the matter.
I'd rather you do the affidavit.
Very good. I'll do that.
Or
Either-
I've got a suggestion, Your Honor.
That-
Typically, Mr. Cottle, what is your hourly rate?
It's $165 for the attorneys and $90 for the paralegal.
Wow, that's very reasonable. I can't object or argue that. And so how many hours did you spend in general?
In general, I spent a total of 22.5 hours at attorney time on this matter, 11.2 hours of paralegal time on this matter, and our costs of court were $3,139.16, and that's including our filing fees, our service fees, and that has in our cost breakdown the $1,500 fee that we have set aside for Ms. Munson.
Okay. And I think that covers what you'd have to prove up as far as attorney's fees goes.
Right, because I certainly, while I can't agree to the judgment since I couldn't find the defendant, I certainly, as a Collin County attorney, can testify or can accept without objection that those are definitely reasonable rates, and that amount of time, in this case, based upon my own knowledge of it, was reasonable. So I cannot object to those fees. And I think, you've now satisfied me that I have no objection to make.
And did you have anything else you wanted to offer?
No, Your Honor. I think that this matter, as you say, it's sort of a default. It kind of speaks for itself on the pleadings and the status of the report and the final judgment that's been filed.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything else really that we're supposed to do here.
Well, Ms. Munson's filed an affidavit, right, for your services in.
I filed a report, Your Honor. I didn't file an affidavit, but I filed a report, and I believe I attached the efforts I went through as far as the proof of the letters I sent out, certified and regular with tracking, as well as the efforts I went through. I called various numbers, trying to locate the defendant and search various databases for the defendant.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that the plaintiff is entitled to judgment based upon the evidence that's been presented, and that the attorney's fees are reasonable, and the $1,500 that's going to be paid to the ad litem for the publication is reasonable and necessary, and that the ad litem has used reasonable efforts to try and find the defendant and has been able to do so. And I don't think additional time would allow her to do so. I think we've done everything we can do to bring the defendant to the court. And so I think that I will grant judgment as sought and as the judgment reflects, and I'll sign it right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank y'all. See you later.
Thank you.
May we
Bye.
be excused?
Yes. See you later.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.